Testing, testing. What's going on? What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Alright, looks like we're good. Hello, welcome to another speedy segment of Mimic Logic. So, this is going to be the last time we play this game for a little bit. Um, Not because it's bad or anything, just but because, this is week 15. I think it's time to move on to something else. Give the brain something else to chew on. So, this will be the final weekend for it. And, no, actually, this is week 14. This is one off. Anyway, final weekend for it. This is going to be like a 15-minute go. And we'll come back to it later. Just like I said for the rest of these other games that lie in the graveyard of, I'll come back to it later. But I promise this time, we'll come back to it later. So this last episode, we are doing a heck of a lot better than we did last time. Okay, whatever. So we was doing great last time, and we clutched it out to this village. We are 10, I repeat, 10 levels away from beating Robber, the first of the advanced dungeons. It's crazy. And funny enough, we found out a little system. They, we have actual gold this time around. So it's all good. In the future, I don't know what I'm playing. The idea was tossed to me to play Balatro because it's kind of strategic and a roguelike as well. So Balatro might be up on the block. What else? There's also another game I've been wanting to get into. Just wanted to show it on screen. We'll see. There's also apparently I got people telling me about Silk Song, but I haven't even played the first Hollow Knight. So I'm like, I really want to play it, and they're like, I don't know, it doesn't look like it's my style. I have to just wait and see for it. I mean, let's see. Buns. You need those. Oh, I'm using mouse and keyboard, and actually, that's why that little updated thing came up. So let's see. I don't really need. Let me see. What do my weapons look actually? 3 buns, 1 crystal, 6, not durable. Alright, so we're getting rid of the shovel, sharp sickle. Sickle and sharp sickle. Chainmail. And then close, okay. Goodbye. Whoops. Crud. I don't think I should have did that. Okay, whatever. We will buy attack candy instead. This is actually going to be more important. Okay. Okay, so we gotta also balance. Okay. So, we're completely decked out, except for the armor part. I might not have. I just realized, yeah, I don't have a weapon. I mean, I have this if it breaks, but I don't have anything if my chainmail breaks. And my chainmail is what's about to. Ah, crap. That should be fine. Famous last words. I got buns. Forgot. This is not a smart decision. I didn't make any smart decisions. Holy crap. Woo. Wrong button. I've asked ye. Move. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go, boys. Start the clock. There are 2 mimics. Perfect. Just how I want them. Mimicky. Oh, last time I died on the very first time there was 2 mimics, remember? Good gracious. So first let's see what the mimics one are. There are mimics. Blah blah blah. There's a mimic among the red boxes. Okay, so it's casting out in these 3 here. There is no mimic in the blue boxes. Interesting. And there is no robber in the blue box. That's interesting. So if this is true, this is true. All of these are doubtful. Alright, there's no robber among the blue boxes, and there is a robber among the blue boxes. Okay, so one of these has to be a mimic. There is a robber among the blue boxes. Okay, so this is 2 saying the same thing. The ugly down left of me isn't a robber, but it could be a mimic. So there's 2 votes for it being a robber among them. So if that be the case, and that means this probably is telling the truth. And there's a robber among the red ones. Okay, discount. I'm just looking out for immediate cancels. Like, these are the ones that actually like cancel each other out. There is no mimic among the blue boxes. Interesting. It leaves only these 2 kind of like not canceling each other out in a sense. There's 1 gold, 2 gear, 1 item. I do need that item, I think. I mean the gear. There's no mimic among the blue boxes. There is a robber. I mean, it could be. The problem is it's so consistent. The game, the 2 mimics both share the same lie, just as a chest will share the same truth. And I've been really royally messed over by that before. The left middle isn't a mimic. So this is a truth. There is no robber among the blue boxes. Which, see what I mean? Originally, what I would have done before that blue crystal was I would have trusted the 2 that said the truth, and opened this one. So if there is no robber among the blue boxes, is being truth, meaning that there is a so there isn't a robber among the blue boxes, which means it's either a chest or a mimic. But sheer fact that these 2 boxes are lying. Makes me think these 2 are the mimics. So if those 2 are the mimics, then this is a truth. There is no mimic among the blue boxes, which makes it safe to open, or for a robber. Okay, it makes it safe. It says there's no mimic and it says there's no robber. So then where's the robber? Because clearly that's an honest one. There is no mimic among the blue boxes. Okay, interesting. Dialing down right for me isn't a robber, which is true. It's a mimic. And there is a robber among the reds. Okay, so I found everything. Do I have time? Okay. 67. How do I distinguish the robber? Is there any way? I wonder if the robbers have a habit of pointing to themselves often, because I don't really notice. I haven't really been seeing the pattern for the robbers and their accusations. Okay, cool. I got one is. Yeah, I think I don't think there was a way to identify the robber here. There is a robber among the red boxes, and the alley down left for me isn't a robber. Because robbers don't tend to point away from themselves. The one time the robber says there is a robber among the red boxes, with itself being the robber in the red box. It was wild. Okay, moving forward, we got candy. Let's go. Did we get armor? Nope, just weapons. See, this is what I'm talking about, that blue crystal. It saved me. I just want you to know that. I would have thought those 2 boxes was the truth. Anyway, the top row contains a robber. There is a robber among the blue boxes. There is only one blue box with a robber in it. Okay. That's kind of outing itself to indirectly say, okay. There is no robber among the blue boxes. Why? Why do that? All 3 of them can't be telling the truth. What kind of nonsense is this? Okay, the alley down right from me isn't a mimic. The alley down left from me isn't a robber. There is no mimic among the red boxes. The top row has at least 1 mimic. Oh. The top row contains a robber. The robber isn't among the blue boxes, says the blue box. There is no robber in the blue box. Oh, I can't think about that right now. The bottom left box isn't a mimic. Alright, good. Ah! The top row has at least 1 mimic. Okay. So is there anything that says otherwise? So if this was a mimic and a robber, what would it be? Is it okay? So we know the top row has a mimic, based on that source of truth. Then, what else is saying? Diagonally down left, down right for me is a mimic, which means this is telling the truth. Alright, good. Anything else about the top row? The top row contains a robber. So if that's true, that means there's a robber among the black boxes. Technically, there is no robber among the blue boxes. There's at least 1 mimic in the top row, which means 1 mimic has to be here. And then if this one's saying there's no robber among the blue boxes, which means, so both of these are just instant no's, but then that means this comes in and says yes, that there is. This is doubtful. The island down left for me isn't a robber. It's probably the only thing I can think of. Is there any way I can narrow this down with my thinking right now? The top row contains a robber. The robber is in the blue box. There is no robber on the blue box. You can guarantee one of them is the mimic, and one of them might be the robber. Where's the second mimic? Wait a minute. The alley down left is a robber. So this one's directly pointing down, okay, as a robber, which means it's telling the truth that there is no mimic among the reds. But that can't be true, because of the... Oh my gosh, this is hard. I'm not going to spend 2 crystals here. Got one of the items. Pearl necklace. Okay. I wasted a lot of time here. I'm just going to cut it. I'm cutting my losses here. I don't want to die this far into the game. Just use that for now. Super attack. Yeah, let's go. Alright, what can I figure out myself? Okay, we got 2 gold. Alright, 2 gold, 1 gear, 1 item. This is not looking like a viable room. But we'll continue. The box on the right isn't a robber. I'm gonna look for robbers. The bottom has at least 1 mimic. The bottom on the left is a mimic. Diagonally upright for me is a mimic. Upright isn't a robber. Diagonal left. Interesting. Huh. Give him enough honey, he'll probably beat it. And like one shot, he'll probably one-shot this game. He has to be smarter than the average bear. So the bottom row has at least 1 mimic. So we'll axe both of them because I don't know which one is yet. So, which means 1 mimic's down there. I just gotta find the other one up here. The box on the right isn't a robber. The diagonally down left isn't a robber. The diagonally down left isn't a robber. And diagonally upright isn't a robber. So we got our whole not a robber chain. And then the box on the left is a mimic. Wow, either my brain isn't working or I am just not catching the thread. I have no idea. Oh, 43 got already. Because the problem is I haven't caught the thread on how to identify robber boxes yet. And okay, so let's start from there. If diagonally upright for me isn't a robber, it could be a real chest or a mimic, which will eliminate all other mimics because we identified one of the chests down here has to be a mimic. Okay? The problem is the bottom one has at least 1. At least. Which means both could very well be down there. Too many questions. But so far, let's say both of them are wrong, right? Let's say that the box on the right isn't a robber. Okay, that's true. This isn't a robber. This diagonal left is a robber. Okay, it isn't a robber. Okay, diagonal left from me is a robber. Okay, you're right. It's a mimic. So all 3 would check out. But then the box on the left is a mimic. Randomly, that can't be true. Both mimics are down here, right? So that leaves this one as a potential, truth teller, but a robber, or my initial assumption is wrong. Because diagonally upright isn't a robber, and diagonally down left isn't a robber, points to this being, honest. So I'm gonna just go with this saying that's honest. But diagonally upright is a mimic. See, that must mean daggone it. But it just says isn't a robber. So I mean, it could be a mimic then, if that's be the case. Okay. Let's start over. 26. I'm out of form today. Okay. I'm out of form today. Let me see. So if this is true, it isn't a robber. It isn't a robber. It could be a mimic. But both of these can't be mimics because this one has to be a mimic. So I mean, this is true. This is true. And this is true. With this one being, well, that can't be. Is a mimic because that's a lie. Because it could very well be a robber. And if it is a robber, that means this is actually a mimic. So then this has to be the mimic. But it doesn't share a lot. Well, it's not technically not sharing it because it's a one word different, right? So if this is true, the alley upright is a mimic, right? This is true. Upright is a mimic. That means this is lying. This is lying. That this isn't a robber, and it is a robber. Then that means this is telling the truth. I mean, this is well, technically, it's not. It could be is a robber, which means it is a robber, which means these other two boxes tell the truth. Oh my gosh, bro. So maybe this is. I'm confused. I'm confusing myself. This room isn't even that valuable. I don't know. I'm at my wit's end here. I can't decide. This room isn't that valuable, not for just 2 gold and a gear item. This room isn't worth dying for, or using another blue crystal. I gotta keep moving. See what I mean? Wow, no chest after the big enemy? That's crazy. Okay. There's a robber among the black boxes. There's a mimic among the black boxes. Okay. Black boxes are deadly. There's a mimic among the black boxes. There's no robber among the blue boxes. So you got 2 ones saying there's a mimic among the black boxes. Mimics won't out themselves. I know that much. That's good. Sheesh. So if that be the case, those are my very first 2 true ones. Alright, there's a robber among the black, so there's no robber among the blues. There's only one robber, so it only can be black or blue. So there's no robber among the black boxes, which there is a robber. There is no robber, which means a first contradiction. There's no robber among the blue boxes. There is a robber among the blue boxes, second contradiction. The alley up right from me isn't a mimic. Okay, so we're gonna go with this. This one is probably the robber, which I'm just going to eat. I'm just going to take that gold loss because I got 3 gold coming. So this one is a bit easier. Right. So this one is true. There is no robber among the blue boxes, which means there is a robber among the blue boxes. It is false. There is a robber. There is no robber among the blah blah blah. Is a robber, which means it has to be among the black boxes of robber. Which means there is no robber among the black boxes. Okay, whatever. I misread that! Holy crap, I misread that! I read it as the ugly upright for me isn't a mimic. Oh, who would have thought reading comprehension was my kryptonite? Holy crap! Holy crap, dude. Sweet mother of mercy, that's annoying. I was so careful for so long. My focus slipped for a moment. To heck with your adventure points. Alright, whatever, bro. Okay, I guess I'm done. I ran out of time. I'll see you on tomorrow. Yikes, bro. That is so disheartening. I don't even. Ugh, that is so disheartening. Next Saturday, we'll definitely be playing a different game. Tomorrow, I'll come in for another 15-minute one. Man, I don't know if I even should, because I'm I assume there's gonna be a run tomorrow. Oh, this hurts. Oh, that hurts. Okay, whatever. It's been fun. I gotta run. Catch should be killing tomorrow. If not, see you on next Saturday where I start on either Balantra or some other game. And we can put this game on a temporary hiatus. It's been fun. But we definitely will see if we can get these crystals off this woman's head and beat this game for real, for real. Alright, it's been fun. Gotta run. Catch me if you can. Yada yada. All that stuff. Outro. Have fun. Faker, you suck. I know where you live. Let me stop. Thanks so much for always coming by. I always appreciate you. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Bye.